Where's all the coin? People really want to know, where are all the coin out there in the world? So today, I'm going to show you exactly where they are. We're going to deep dive, explore where all of the coin tokens are. So first off, we're going to hit up Excalibur here. No, we're not. We're going to a website. So let's go to Etherscan. So Etherscan Coinos. When we do this search, we're going to find a couple token addresses. I want to look at this address here called the B9FC. This address here was the original address that launched the original ERC20 coin. When this token launched, it was October, I think, 13/5 or something like that, 2020. Now, when this token launched, there was no real reason to buy this token because there was no product behind it. All they did was release a white paper and said, hey, we've got this token. If you want it, the only way to get it is to mine it. And you had to run this proof of work miner that was built on top of the Ethereum blockchain, submitted hashes, and the tokens were given out for free. Of course, when you have miners, you definitely have resellers. So whoever mined a token also threw it on Uniswap, and they were selling it in the secondary market. So by looking at this address, we can see here that, especially the 9FC address, there are 98.397 million coin that was mined during this time. And what happened was that these ERC20 coins were sitting in people's wallets, and there was a snapshot, and that snapshot took a sample, or took a snapshot. I don't know what's a better way to say snapshot, but it took an image of every single wallet out there that had coin in it. And so if you go to something like Coin Market Cap, let's not go there, I don't like that website, but CoinGecko, right? Here's CoinGecko. You type in here coin, you get Coinos, not Coinin. I know they have the same ticker, but they're actually two different projects. You go to Coinos here. You see this note here. A snapshot of the Coin ERC20 token was taken on October 31st in preparation for the Coinos mainnet launch November 5th. This was actually in 2022. So almost 2 years later, after the ERC20 token launched, you got the mainnet coin token. And so what does it look like on the charts? Here we go. If you notice here, there's this giant gap where the price spiked before the snapshot, and people were told, remove your ERC20 coin tokens out of Uniswap. Get them out of the pools, because the snapshot would assume that the pool owns the tokens and not you. So that's why you see this tank in price. Like 99% of the liquidity was withdrawn from Uniswap and went back to people's wallets, and the price of coin basically tanked. And it tanked until trading began again, and it hit a centralized exchange called MEXC, which happened in December something here, December, like right before Christmas. It launched on MEXC and trading resumed. So that's why there's this giant gap over here. All right, so if you're buying coin now, if all of a sudden you bought the coin ending in the 9FC contract before the after the snapshot, if you bought it after the snapshot, you would not have included the snapshot, and you basically bought something that's worthless. So don't try buying this token and then saying, oh my God, I've made all this money and arbitraged it. That didn't happen. Although the problem is that you'd still see the price here, and I think that's confusing people. This 9FC token, completely worthless. All right, do not buy it. So you bought your coin, you got included in the snapshot. What then? Your coin doesn't automatically appear on the Coinos blockchain, the mainnet blockchain, that is. If you go to Coinos.io, you're going to see something on the bottom here called claim pre-mainnet coin. You get presented with this website here. This website shows you that in the actual snapshot, it was 99.738 million tokens. This is how many tokens were captured in the snapshot, and this is how many tokens there are going to be possibly in existence if everybody claimed. If you don't claim it, then they don't ever get produced into the mainnet. They end up just sitting there as a number ready to be produced at any given time. So right now, top right corner here, we got 53.3 million claimed, which means that the difference between these two numbers is how many coins are currently unclaimed. But just like Bitcoin, we don't know if people lost their keys. Maybe that's all the coin that's going to be there in existence from pre-mainnet, and we move on from here. Or maybe one day somebody comes out from the grave and decides to claim their tokens. We really don't know that. So here we have 3,754 accounts that have been included in the snapshot, and 1769 have claims, so slightly less than half, because that times 2 is 1534. So yeah, so slightly less than half. So if you want to go through this process, you can claim it. If not, it's perfectly safe. The claim process is never going to go away. I know people have been talking about trying to get rid of it, but it's been shut down. Nobody's getting rid of the claiming. If you don't want to claim, you can claim sometime in the future, doesn't matter when. So, but you do have to claim if you want the mainnet tokens. Otherwise, you can just buy them from MEXC. So now, where's all these tokens? All right, so we're going to this website called coiner.app. Coiner.app is kind of like a Etherscan. It looks at the Coin's blockchain, pulls all this data, lets you know a lot of things about the blockchain and what's going on. And so here on the dashboard, you're going to see some stuff like market cap, burn coin, claim coin. Here's that 50 something percent. Now, some numbers here may not be super accurate because what's happening is that the data is getting pulled on the blockchain, stored in one of his databases, and then presented to us. So some stuff may not always be super accurate or super updated. So let's go through this piece by piece. So coin price, 93 cents. And here you see the amount of coin that's been burned. All right, so there are 54 million coin existence according to Coiner, and 32% of it has been burned, which means that the network is running, less than optimal. We'd like to see 50% of the coin burned, which means that this number would show 50%. That means that in order to do a 50% attack, you would have to have 50% of all the coin out there, which obviously is very difficult. There's less than optimal here, and this number is constantly changing because people probably just not reburning. And so because of that, your yields have actually increased. So we'll talk about that in a second. Now, where's all the coin? Let's go to here, tokens. Click on tokens on the left side here. Here's all these crazy tokens. Of course, because Coins is free, people launch tokens like mad because this doesn't cost you any money to do so. The one we want to look at is KOIN. All right, token holders on the right-hand side over here. Here are a list of all the coin holders out there. Obviously, you can scroll this down to 6,000 wallets here, but we're going to look at the top few here. So the number one wallet here is 1LNFG. It's got 7.389 million. So that wallet is a known wallet. Who owns that wallet? MEXC. That's MEXC's, basically consumer wallet. Everyone who deposits tokens onto the MEXC server, their coins end up in this particular address. Everybody knows that. Don't be surprised. It's not some giant whale. It is it is a centralized exchange, specifically MEXC. All right, so here we've got some other addresses here holding 1.25, 9.3. This is a list of the top coin holders out there. You're not going to see many mining nodes here because most mining nodes have burned their coin and they have their tokens as VHP. So that's why this list represents only liquid coin. You're not going to see the mining nodes out here. It ranges, anywhere from that 7 million number, which is obviously ridiculously high, to this guy who went AVV with 1.25 million. And it begins to slowly dwindle. But the bulk of people here who are not mining have about, it looks like, 500,000, 400,000, 300,000, 200,000. Top 100, let's just go down here real quick. Top 100, 47,000 coin. So that's the distribution of coin. If we look at mining nodes, on the other hand, we can look at virtual hash power. Let's click on this guy right here. Virtual hash power. So this is a list of all the nodes out there who have burned their coin and are actively, maybe not actively, but who are producing blocks using that VHP. All right, so at the top here, the wallet with the most VHP out there is 2.98 VHP, and it's 1 EPZ. Here's burn coin here, the one NSQ. It's got about 1.8 million. And some of these guys are in Fogata. So if you take a look at the Fogata pools, fogata.io, fogata.io, maybe like that. Here we go. So here is a mining pool produced by Julian. He's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pools here. Anybody can come in and running a mining node. It helps decentralize the network. But I think the biggest pool out there right now is, in fact, Julian's pool, which I think is Julian pool number 2. Here we go. This is the biggest pool by far. It's got I think over 25%, like 2.7 over 16 million VHP out there. So he's got the biggest pool out there. And the address of this guy, let's just compare 2.7 million, go to Coiner, 2.7 million. So that's probably his 1 MBS right here. So that's the state of the network. It's not fully claimed yet. There's still, roughly half the tokens out there unclaimed, but we don't know whether or not these guys have lost their keys. We don't know when they're going to come out of nowhere and claim. Or maybe they go claim today, maybe they claim tomorrow, maybe coin price spikes and they claim and they sell it. I don't know. We don't know any of that stuff. And if you're wondering about the team actually had to mine and buy their own tokens. They bought it from a secondary market because it was cheaper for them to buy it than to mine it themselves. And that's why Koinos Group is an equal player in this. That's just the way it is. They bought their own tokens, they mined their own tokens, and then bought the tokens because mining was too expensive for them. And they believed in themselves. They believed that they were going to release a product that was amazing. And all of us also agreed that they were going to build an amazing product. So we bought the tokens and we held that risk for 2 years. And now after 2 years, 3 years actually, mainnet's come out, products are launching, and we're asking the questions, where all these tokens have been, where are they all located? And if you look at this whole process, you're going to see where all these tokens are. So hopefully that helps you understand where the tokens are. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. Anyway, check you later. Bye.